Hey, regarding Will Smith again, and I'm going to put your name Will Smith on the title this time, so you know. I don't know. You'll never find out about me. I'm not famous. I don't plan to be. There's disadvantages, as you can see, Will Smith from being famous. And by the way, it's not just movies that you make that make you famous. It's the way you live your life, the things you allow and you don't allow that make you famous. So when you break like this, so when you slap somebody else for something that you did wrong, which was to laugh at the joke until you look at your wife's face, probably, we didn't see that on camera, about when your shift occurred, because I'm reading your nonverbals. Even when you slapped Chris Rock and walked away, you can see that you are playing the role of the husband who stands up for his woman, and you got a smirk on your face. And you don't yet realize that you've become the worst of who most people don't want to become. But when they become famous and they don't stop themselves from becoming famous, and they are actually promoting their own insanity through celebrity in the way that you and many others do, and getting advice from Denzel Washington, and oh my God, that people get advice from, but also afterwards, right? And supposedly you had an apology later on that I only saw once, where it was more heartfelt about violence being wrong. It's still not going to the right person in the right way, and it still doesn't kind of send the right role modeling to your children. Because, violence is the last resort of the incompetent. And on that night, you slapped the wrong person. You slapped somebody other than you because you were incompetent that night. And you should have slapped yourself. And, some people resort to violence because they're not as rich as you are to have a team of lawyers. It's still wrong, but you have a team of lawyers and you kind of are so confused with how you're supposed to act and not act based on what you claim to be as right and wrong, what you've already said as a celebrity or not, what people expect or not. You're not a person. You're not your own person. You've got a dysfunctional brain because people that play roles, not just in movies, but in real life, end up being this insane. And guess what? Scary is you'll never give an apology. You never will, because you'd need to be coached by many people that may or may not agree with how the finished product should be. But you'll never write an apology that can redeem yourself. Because to write that apology is to go deep, deep in your personal, journey of counseling with the right person, to say that, man, I am screwed up in a way that I should totally leave the poison of this academy, and I should admit to so many things that's, sent me on the wrong path to be this kind of person today that is so unable to go back to a time when maybe humanity was still possible for me. So again, to see you behave at a party afterwards, to see the journey of one little step at a time based on ratings, based on what people are saying or not, it has nothing to do with who you really are as a human being. Because it shouldn't take that long if you're a good human being to give the right kind of apology written by you and not advised by others based on what really happened. Because what really happened requires a lot of honesty that I can see in the nonverbals of what you respond, in what way you responded from the joke, from what people expected, from your walk to Chris Rock and your walk back from Chris Rock, and even from, I didn't listen to the entire speech after, is you can tell that you are not ready to be vulnerable in a way to become a better person. And again, I'm not attacking you personally, Will Smith. I'm attacking the people primates and the ridiculousness of celebrities that are held so high. I'm surprised some of you live longer than Elvis, because your toxicity around, that you surround yourselves with is so bad, and I'm surprised not more of your children are committing suicide from these types of toxicities, that they are like constantly having to change their minds on things or their position on things because nothing is real anymore. It's all about the role of your brands that aren't even the roles you play in your movies and your TV shows. It's so inhuman. I don't think anybody else can see it in the way that I do.